Hello, Gemini. I hope you're doing very well this fine Wednesday. Whenever this reading does reach you, it is timeless. It's your reading at that time. So don't worry about if you don't get it on the date that it goes up. When it finds you, it finds you. It's your reading for them. Obviously, take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. It's a general reading. It's not a personal reading. So even though sometimes it may feel very personal, please use your own intuition to determine what is for you, what is not for you, and especially in terms of what action you're going to take next. You know your situation best. This is just ideas, right? What else? It's gender's very fluid in tarot, so while there may be a man or a woman on the card, it may be king or a queen, it may be masculine or feminine energy. Just be aware that all the roles can be swapped around. So even though I'm saying like you, it could be somebody that you're connecting with. Even though it's a man on the card and you identify as female, just switch things around as you need to. Okay, gem rabbits. What do we have for you today? Let's find out. I was getting something about perspective through. My finger slipped as I was trying to start the reading, and I kind of went into like a different photo mode that I don't know how to use. So there could be something to do with photography, lenses, seeing through things through somebody else's eyes, perspective shifting, change of formatting, something like that for you. But we'll see. I don't know. Let's pull you some cards. I'm only using 3 decks today. I'm using the Energy Oracle cards, I'm using the Akashic Tarot, and I'm using the Law of Attraction Tarot. So I'm trying to, instead of being very wide, as I did in the last set of readings, I'm trying to go deep. Lol, lewd. So all straight away here. Yeah, your cards are definitely wanting to talk. Like you, Gemini, always wanting to talk, except for when you don't. Gemini always, contrasts. Hostilities. There may be open hostilities at the moment. It may be like, I'm hearing the gloves are off. It may be like, I'm hearing open warfare. It may be things that, if people have been biting the tongue for a long time, if people have been biding their time, if people have been keeping the feelings to themselves. It's almost like one person has said something, and then it's like everybody wants to have the say. Everybody has something that they want to say about a situation. Everybody wants to be heard. Everyone wants their opinion to be taken into account. Everything wants, their perspective to be recognised. It's like everything that everybody's bottled up, everybody's saying it now, right? It's all out in the open, but it feels like a big storm, and it feels very difficult while you're in it. But the good thing is it's all out in the open then, and then the storm will clear, right? So hostilities, yeah. There is communication happening. There is action being taken. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't. Again, this thing about a double-edged sword, right? A double-edged sword, what's right for one person is going to be difficult for another. But it's kind of, I'm getting this kind of like it has to be done feeling, right? It's kind of like, to me, even though it says hostilities, and the actual description of this card says that there may be people who are being very confrontational at this time. The kind of flip side of this coin, because you are, you're that yin yang energy, the twins, right? You're kind of both sides of the situation here, the double-edged sword. So even though, to some people, their perspective, again, this perspective shifting. From some people's perspective, they may look at this person and say they're being really harsh, they're being unfair, I don't like the action that they're taking, I disagree with this. This is actually, to me, King of Swords energy. Now, the King of Swords, typically Aquarian energy, doesn't have to be. It's actually the tarot. In the tarot, it's usually Gemini energy. For me personally, as a reader, it's Aquarian energy, so it could very well be you. But it's kind of like... or kind of like a counterpart with you, like someone who matches your vibration, somebody who also strategizes and thinks things through, and has they're able to keep multiple scenarios in the head at any one time. So it's not just their opinion. A lot of people, they have their own opinion, and it's very hard for them to understand the opinion of others. Air signs tend to be they tend to weigh things up. They tend to look at all different angles and hold multiple opinions in the head at any one time. That's why people say that Librans are indecisive, or that they sit on the fence. This is why people say of Gemini that Gemini is two-faced, right? We're not two-faced. We don't sit on the fence. We are just we have the intellectual capacity to see both sides of an argument. We could take either side and argue, right? We could argue either side of an argument because we see both sides, we understand both perspectives or multiple perspectives. Same with Aquarius, but Aquarius tends to be more, they can see all the sides, but they tend to pick one, right? Libra and Gemini tend to be more this and that are true, right? We see it from all angles. I don't know what that means to you, but take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I feel like with it being this kind of King of Swords energy, it's like somebody, I'm hearing stepping up to the plate, doing what has to be done, right? The King of Swords is mature. They only raise that sword if they have to. They'd rather negotiate peace. They'd rather use those brilliant intellectual, strategic communication skills to broker something that's stable and peaceful and grounded and in it for the long term. But if there is drama, if there are things that are causing problems, if something needs to be said, then, you know, they're willing to take action. They're willing to get up out of that throne, to put the battle armor back on and go and do what needs to be done, right? But they hold back. They know there's a time and a place. They know when to take action, and when to kind of, I'm hearing, rest on the laurels. Yes. If you have picked up your sword, Gemini, it's for a reason. If you're going into battle, it's for a reason. You're not kind of swinging things around just for the fun of it. Maybe you are, I don't know. I don't know what you do in your spare time. But if you're going into battle, it's for a cause, right? It's not just like, oh, I feel like swinging my sword around today. It's because it has to be done. So you've also got Journey and Cornucopia. 2 and 2. Okay. So 2s are about partnerships. 2s are about union. 2s are about working together. It could be, I think the reason why there's 2 2s here is because if it was 1 2, I would say, because you're Gemini, I would say that it's the two halves of yourself. You know, it could be you and another person, or it could be you and, you know, with that double-edged energy, it's like both sides of yourself coming together, coming into alignment. With it having 2 2s, this is definitely you and another person, and it's you and a counterpart, okay? It's you and somebody else who can see things from both perspectives, right? They understand you, you understand them. And the reason why is because you both have the intellectual capacity to look at things from multiple angles. So it could be that you... you and this person, you may disagree, you may have conflicts of opinion, you may think, you may strategize in different ways, you may come to different conclusions, but I feel like you both would understand each other because you've got the communication skills to say, this is what I'm thinking, this is why I'm thinking it, this is the reason why I've come to this conclusion. And you'd also have the capacity that, you know, you've both got the same skill set. This other person would have the capacity to say, I understand why you're saying that, I can see why you've taken that course of action. I personally feel like this is the way that we should proceed forward. This is what I'm going to do because in my, you know, the way that I've calculated it, this is right for me. So it's very amicable. You know, the 2s are positive signs. This is you and another person coming to an understanding, coming to you know, your own conclusions. It might be different conclusions, but you understand the point of view of the other person. So there's harmony here. You work on the same level. It's kind of like 2 of Cups energy is how it's coming through. So I feel like it's kind of like you and me versus the world. And it can even be like you're going your separate ways, you're doing your own thing, but you understand each other. There's this mental connection. But that doesn't mean that everybody else around you understands you. So you and this other person could be doing something that's quite controversial. And I feel like other people don't like it. It doesn't sit well with them, right? Other people have their own opinions about what you're doing. They think you're wrong, but you're not wrong. And this is the thing. And that other person isn't wrong. So you both understand. You've got this kind of, it's kind of coming through as like a supportive connection between the two of you because you're on the same vibration, you're on the same wavelength. So it's like, it almost gives you, I wouldn't even say you need this person. I think you're going to do what you're going to do because it's the right thing to do. I think that, so I'm really trying to use my intuition here, which is why I'm deviating from the cards. If anyone knows these decks really well and knows the meaning of the cards, the reason why I'm talking about other things is because I'm really, really flexing my intuitive muscles with this one. So Again, if it doesn't resonate, leave it. I will come to the cards in a minute. I just have to go. I have to say what I'm getting. So I think the pair of you, you're going to do what you're going to do because to you it's the right thing to do. It's very independent energy. It's very capable energy. It's very much it's out of your emotions. It's like we're doing the thing that we need to do because it's the right thing to do. And you may be doing different things. And I don't think you need each other. I think what's happening is you see each other. You know the other person understands you. And it gives you, it's like a pat on the back. It's like a nod to say, you're not alone, right? You're not alone in your perspective. You're not alone in what you're doing. You're not the only one who thinks like this. It's like you could have felt quite alone. You could have felt quite, almost like martyr, like Joan of Arc, right? I've got something to do. I know that I'm going to face conflict. I know that people aren't going to understand this. But just knowing that somebody else there gets you is very reassuring to you. You don't need it, but it's good to have it. Okay, so let's get on with the journey. The journey card. This almost says to me, I like this card. What I kind of get from it is like, you can see this bridge. Now, most people would cross this bridge every day, or, you know, it's a two-way bridge, right? You're either coming or going. It's either this way or that way. So why is there so many signs on the signpost? You're the one that thinks like that. You're the one that sees a situation. It's like you see everybody else. They're all sheep, right? And I don't mean to be rude or, you know, derogatory, but it's like everybody else is just doing the day-to-day thing, doing the done thing, crossing the bridge, going the other way, back and two, back and two, back and two. But you're like, well, if there are only two directions, why are there four signs? It's like you've noticed something that other people aren't noticing. Like you've seen that light, right? There's something with the lights. Again, these two people. I'm kind of getting like she's got this light in her hand. It's almost like a Potteralto, you know, from Harry Potter. So, do you know, right, something with the light. So just to move to this card a second, the cornucopia card, this is like Nine of Cups energy, Nine of Pentacles energy. It's like everything you could have ever wanted, wishes coming true, abundance, food on the table, comfort, joy, just abundance, right? A cornucopia. It's got the butterfly up there, which is your animal, the butterfly of change, right? Social butterfly, all these different ways that this resonates with you and your energy. I feel like you're the person, now you can switch this around if needs be. I feel like you're the person on the bridge. You're in a certain situation. You're in the blue situation. Doing your thing, right? Doing your day to day. And it's like the person in the gold situation, the person who has the cornucopia already or knows the path to it, right? It's like this is hidden in the woods. It's just layout. It's like it's there, you know, there's enough there for everybody, but not everybody can find it, right? So this other person who's very intellectual has left clues. It's like they've left the signpost a little bit. Now, I don't recommend anyone does this, but the way that what it's making me think of is people who deal with substances that shouldn't be selling, right? Sometimes they leave certain markers around, or like gangs, you know, gangs will leave certain markers around, like I believe like trainers tied together, and then over a wire is some sort of gang sign. And like sometimes I know there's somebody around here who ties a bit of fabric to like lampposts and like bike racks to say, you know, when he's got stuff in stock. He thinks he's being super sneaky, but he's really obvious. I don't know why. Like, yeah, I don't know. But it's like you see that, right? You see that and you think that's some sort of sign, that's some kind of mark. It's like that's been left there for me to follow. It's like a clue. It's like being out in the woods and seeing some kind of marker on a tree and being like, that's a clue. That means something to somebody, right? So it's like almost like either it's this one person or it's this like, you know, the people in the know, the people who are the inner sanctum, you know, the people who are in the gang. I'm not saying like go out and join some sort of street gang and start doing illegal activities. It's not like that at all. It's like some kind of secret, like a secret club, right? Your kids out in the woods, there's the kids who are in the secret gang, the cool gang. They've got the hidden clubhouse in the trees, right? And you're out for a walk in the woods and you're seeing the signs and you're like, I know something's going on here. My intuition's going crazy. So yeah, but they're intentionally, this is the thing. You can get in the club. They've got the abundance. They've got more than enough to share. They welcome new people, but you need to be on the same wavelength. You need to be on there. You need to match them intellectually, right? You need to be like them. So you're off on your little adventures and you see, right? You see the signs and you see the light. It's like a clue. You see the clue and you're like, hang on a minute here. There's something beyond what we're seeing at the surface level. There's something hidden in the tree. There's something hidden here. There's more than meets the eye, right? I'm seeing the clues. I know something's going on. So the more you walk around, the more you go out for this walk in the woods, the more you see more and more clues, right? It's like, and you start to recognize the patterns. It's like, I know now when I see the gold light that there's going to be a sign. So when I see the gold light, I have to look around for the sign. And then you start to see patterns with the sign. It's like they're leading you to this hidden place. So then you realize that you don't go left or right. You go and take a different path. And it's like because you've figured out the clues, right? Because you've figured out the clues, you're able to signal to them. You can signal back to them. You understand the signals, you understand the messages, you understand the signs. It's like breaking a code. So you shine back to them, right? You leave your own markers to say, I see you, I hear you, I'm ready to come and join you. And she's got that big gold bag, right? She's got the supply, she's got what she needs for the journey. She knows what she needs because she's read the signs. So then she's shining her light as the signal, like, okay, come and pick me up, come and get me. I'm here, I'm waiting. And these people are going to come and they're going to collect her and they're going to go off down the river, right? There's a different route that can be taken here. And then she gets to go to this cornucopia. She, he, they. So I don't know if you're the one signaling. I don't know if you're the one leaving the clues or if you're the one picking up on the clues and signaling back. So it could be the reason why this is so secretive is there's something to be protected here. There's something, the cornucopia is like, it's almost giving me, you know, the film The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio with that little, the little commune, and it's really good. It's like paradise, right? But they're so protective over it. It's like, do not share the map. Do not give anyone else the map, because as soon as you do, you know, there's other people around. If you go and watch that film, it's like there's other people on the island who, you know, they've got their side of the island, you've got your side of the island, and it's fine. There's no problems as long as you don't stray into their area. If you stray into their area, they've also got something to protect. There's going to be hostilities, right? So as long as you follow the right path, as long as you read the signs correctly, you're going to avoid. It's almost like these people are roaming the woods. They're like the guards, right? So how do you sneak past the guards? You do it under the cover of night and you get this person to collect you, and they're going to take you on the safe path to go and join the cornucopia. But watch out for the guards, like the temple path there as well. Like, right, it's funny how it just kind of like ran off then, like the temple path. Like, you're going to join whatever this is, you're going to follow the signs. Now this sounds quite hypothetical. I have to say, like, health and safety guidance here. If you're out for a walk in the woods and you're seeing signs on trees and things, I wouldn't necessarily be on your own going out, like, you know, there are hostilities, there are bad people out there, you know, keep yourself safe. I feel like this is really, really use your intuition, and please don't get yourself into any dangerous circumstances. Keep yourself safe, take proper precautions. Don't go wandering around the woods at night on your own, following signs, because that's really bad. I feel like it's more hypothetical, right? It's more hypothetical. It's more like, you know, this is somebody you already know, right? It's a workplace, it's a social group, it's a familiar place, right? You've been there. You walk past it every day, right? But this is like, you know, it's the VIP room or something at the club. It's like you wouldn't even know it was there. It's like it's got a hidden entrance. So it's perfectly safe, but maybe they've got bouncers, right? So it's like, what's the password? You need to know the password. So you become aware of it. You're like, I know it's there. I know these people are part of that club. I know that it's safe. How do I get in? How do I get into that club? So how do I get into that VIP room? Don't put yourself in any danger. Big warning there. So tell me more about journey I want to know about hostilities, actually. Tell me more about the hostilities. Anything else about the hostilities? Okay. This is it could definitely be like a workplace or something. It's people that you work with or work together well with. It's the Three of Pentacles. This is, again, it's like an orchestra. It's funny, I've been picking up on that a couple of times this week. It's like there's a lot of creativity here. Whatever this is, there's creativity. It's funny, I was talking about, it's like that room in the club, right? It's that room in the bar, the VIP room. And it's like, it's coming through like a spy movie. It's like you're in the bar, you're trying to watch the signs, you're trying to work together with this group of people. And the hostilities is like the bouncers, it's the guards. So this is the person it's like they're also watching, right? I don't know if they're part of another group, but they're watching for the people who are watching. The people who watch the spies. So it's like, with it being the Knight of Wands, this person's very spontaneous, very impetuous. They can move very quickly. They really trust their instincts. Yeah, very instinctual, quite young energy. It's quite passionate as well. People say that the Knight of Wands is the player. I don't find that. I only find that if it's in the reverse. It's somebody who's going to take action based on gut instincts. So, but they can be quite like impulsive. They can be quite hot-headed. It's in the upright, so it's high vibrational to me. So it's like this is the creative person in the team. So just watch out, because there could be someone around who's impulsive, and it feels like they're watching you, right? They know that you know something, so they're watching you. So don't just look for the signs, look for the people who are watching you looking for the signs, right? Like, watch the guards. Maybe you're playing a computer game. Like, maybe you're just playing Mass Effect, right? Mass Effect's being re-released. So, the Four of Wands. This is definitely... The Four of Wands can talk about celebrating milestones. So I just said Mass Effect's being re-released. It's like a celebration of that game. They're re-releasing like 3 versions of the game together. It's like, remember this game, remember how much fun you had with it. We're celebrating it by, re-releasing it. So the Four of Wands does have that kind of energy. It's like it can talk about an event, a place, a festival, a bar, a celebration, and it could talk about I don't know, like what would you say, a birthday party. To me, it's normally a celebration of a milestone, a celebration of an event. So it's like the festival's there, right? Everybody's enjoying the festival. And then you're seeing these markers on the trees, and you're like, what is that? Is this some kind of like side activity? Yeah, I really feel like this is like the VIP area of the festival, the VIP area of the club. You know that there's something else going on. Journey. It does also talk about the Four of Wands is like secure foundations, putting down the roots, right, to make sure that the foundations of the future are stable. Can I get another card, please, on that Four of Wands and Journey? The Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So this is someone, you can see on both of these cards, this is someone who looks very feminine energy coming through here. It doesn't have to be. Somebody may have very nice legs. Somebody may wear short skirts. This is... I would say this is Aries Sagittarius energy for me. This is Capricorn energy, or generally earth sign energy. This is somebody who looks really good. They know they look good. They take very good care of themselves. You know, this is the person who goes to hairdresser appointments regularly. Not like me, right? I haven't been to a hairdresser since well before COVID. This is the person, you know, like they see their hairdresser on the 1st of every month, like by rote, right? They've got a schedule. They go for the wax on the 2nd week of every month. They buy new clothes. Every time they get the salary, they buy a new designer outfit. Like they've got a regular schedule. They've got everything in order. They've got things in place. They've got people who help them do it. This is kind of coming to me as like you know, the boss of a company. They've got the PR people with them. You know, they know they look really good. They know that they take care of themselves. They eat well, you know. Feels like this person could be quite hard to contact, hard to get to know. It does feel like this is the person on the inside, right? This is the person who's where you want to get to. This is the person who has the cornucopia. Can you see how like rich she looks? Like she doesn't have a care in the world. So the Queen of Pentacles can be a businesswoman. She can be a wife. She can be a mother. Like a boss, right? She's somebody who has money or influence or skills to she's really in control of her life, right? Tends to be very, very nurturing, but I'm not getting that from this card today. I'm more getting like boss, right? Boss or like a wife who's in control. She's not bad. She's not in the reverse. She's in the upright. So it's like businesswoman, power woman. But she's in the place, right? It's like you're just sat there at the festival, or, you know, whatever. You're sat in the garden of the pub, like just chilling out, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying being at the event. And this person walks through. And you're like, well, where does she go? Right? She's not sat out here on the grass with everybody else. Where does she go? I want to go where she went. So it's like, you see what I mean? It's like she's going here. So you're like, well, how do I get there? I heard backstage passes. How do you get backstage pass? You've got nice legs as well. Now it's coming through as like you're this person and she's that person. It's like, well, I've got nice legs, you know. I look after myself. Just because I don't have a haughty attitude, what, I can't get a backstage pass? What's that about? Right? He's like, this guy up here is, you know, the guy with the hostilities. He's admiring your legs. He's just like, I can't get her. She's off to the VIP lounge, but I can, you know, I bet she'll let me have a nibble on those legs. I feel like it could be someone you work with. Just be careful if you're at an event. Just be wary. This could be somebody that you work with who's, I think that they've got the hots for you. They've got the hots for you. This is a definite change of energy from what's been coming through for you recently. Like you've had some very consistent readings recently, Gemini, and this is a complete switch of gear, right? So what's the cornucopia? What's the VIP room? What's the cornucopia? I'm kind of hearing fake it till you make it, right? It's like, if you want to get in there, you have to look the part. You have to blend in. Which way, please? Which way, please? Okay. King of Cups, the cornucopia, King of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is success. This is somebody who's very, very successful. They're very nurturing. They want to, they do have enough abundance and love to share with you, right? They've got this massive field of props. They've had a really successful year. They've, you know, they've earned a lot of money. They've they've got more than enough. And with it being the King of Cups, this is somebody who is more than happy to share that with other people. They may be some kind of teacher or counselor, or I'm hearing guidance counselor, like a guidance guardian type person. This is somebody, it could be like somebody who's they've done very well. It's not business, because I would say that was the King of Pentacles, but it's like this person has had some success and they've done very well and they want to share it with others. So this could be the person who planned the event, right? This is a really good person, very successful. Could be in the spotlight, could be in the limelight. I'm almost getting this is like, I'm almost getting like this is the same person. So he, she, they, take it as it resonates. This would be Scorpio energy for me, or Pisces. Somebody has done very well for themselves. They may have a lot of money. They take really good care of themselves. They've had, it's like I don't think they've been lucky, but the work that they've put in has paid off. But they share it, right? They're nurturing, they're giving, they share it. I don't know if this is the same person or two different people. It's like, you know, like when people are really successful and they have a lot of attention, a lot of people, because they have the cornucopia, they have a lot of people around them who want something from them, whether that's like, you know, give me a job, give me, you know, can you invest in me, you know, even like just wanting a picture with this person. This could be someone who's actually famous. It may not be like a celebrity, but it could be somebody who's famous for what they do, right? Somebody who's in the VIP lounge. They're very successful, they've got a lot of eyes on them. So it's like when this person's just going about the day-to-day life, if this person was out in the club, if this person was in the bar, right, they know that they'd have all this unwanted attention. They'd have people coming up to them, you know, trying to romance them, you know, like trying to have the picture taken with them, trying to ask them for a job, ask them for money. It's like this person gets hassled because they're kind of well known. And again, it could just be the boss of the company, right? It's like, it's like I just can't be bothered. And it's not that they're a bad person, right? They have the abundance, they want to share it, but they don't want people to waste the time. You know, they've got a lot of stuff to do. You know, they're a busy person. You know, they've got stuff to get on with. They don't want to be like hassled. So it's almost like they adopt this. It could be somebody who seems very haughty on the surface, right? They, you know, you try to say hi, they walk past you and ignore you. They've got a bit of a guard up. But I feel like behind closed doors, when they get to the secure area, when they get to the green room, the VIP area, they're actually very, very nurturing. Like the people who are in their inner circle, they have a huge amount of love to give, a huge amount of time for them, very compassionate, very like they put a lot of nurturing into the people who are close to them, right? It could be like the board members, you know, the people who actually get onto their team. It's almost like this is the public face of this person, and behind closed doors, they're like this. You know, on the inside, they're big softies, they're like big soft bears, like big soft polar bears. Piscean energy in that case. So they may, just getting the way he's talking, it's like they may be a little bit long in the tooth. They may be a little bit like they may have long stories like Nestor in the Odyssey, right? They have, it's like the granddad, right? The granddad, you go and sit there and they have these really long stories, but it's like when you have the time to give to this person, those stories are actually very beneficial. It's kind of like there's a lot of wisdom in it. So it's like, are you going to have the time to actually listen to this person? Or are you just after what they can give to you? So because this person is actually under the surface, their inside is very, very nurturing. It's actually very soft, right? Very compassionate, it's all water energy, right? They're very loving, they're very giving. They probably give too much. Because of that, they've learned to put on the defenses, put on the dark sunglasses, right? To ignore people. I think this person has learned, because I think they, on the way up, they had people take advantage of them. So that beautiful inner nature, you know, the behind closed doors, what people who are close to them, you know, see, they've got that kind of, like, to the outside world, they may seem haughty or arrogant or standoffish, but it's because they're protecting this, right? They're protecting this. So this person just has a wife who spends too much money. I'm sort of getting, she reminds me of Mariah Carey, but I'm kind of getting, who's the actor who plays Snape? Alan Rickman. It's like he always played these very cold, very kind of quite nasty characters, right? Always a bit standoffish. But anyone who worked with him, you know, when he passed away, there were all these stories of all these actors, and like the people who worked on Harry Potter with him, who all said, you know, he was so kind. He always rang me and said, was I okay? Was I enjoying it? Was there anything you could help me with? It's like when you get close to this person, they are so giving and so compassionate and so supportive, but they also know that they can't, as much as they've got that cornucopia of love, if they don't want to spread themselves too thinly. So it's like you only get to see that when you get close to them. They're protecting that vulnerable side. What's this? I feel like I should know that. I feel like I should know the Latin on that card. The Justice card there. Jura lex, sed lex. Is lex like lexicon? Is that like words? What's said? Jura lex, sed lex. See, I need to, Latin student, I need to Google that. Jura. I'm going to Google it. Okay, it's the law, lex, law. The law is hard. See, I was getting like juror, like durable, right? The law is hard, but law. So the laws are there for a reason, right? And the laws may seem unfair, but they are the law, right? The law is harsh, but it is the law. It follows from the principle of the rule of law that even draconian laws must be followed and enforced. But if one disagrees with the results, one must seek to change the law. Okay. The law is the law, but if you disagree with it, you can change the law. Like the word of law, right? Lex, lexicon. So of course this person has guards. Of course this person's checking you out. This person wants to let you, this person wants to let you in. Right? This person is figuring out if you are worthy, right, of joining. It's like, what are your motivations? Are you after their money? Right? Are you some kind of like spy? I don't know. It's like they're assessing you. Right? You're just doing your own thing. You're at the party, right? But you started to notice the signs. You know that there's something going on. You know there's more to this, right? And you've signaled to them, right? You've left, you know, they've left the notes on the trees. You've left a note to say, I'm here. I see this, right? Signaling back, whatever that signal system is. So they have the guards, right? The people who are protecting this space, the people that they work with, are watching you. They're watching you, watching them. You're under surveillance. But I don't quite trust the person who's watching you. I think this person has ulterior motives. What would happen if they went back to this person and said, no, they didn't check out, you can't let them in? You wouldn't have access to this, but this person would have access to you, right? He looks lechy. I mean, he's in the upright, so he's not like the player, but it just, from the imagery and from hostilities, I'm getting that this person may have ulterior motives. It's like somebody who works with this person, right? It's the guards, it's the bouncers, right? This person works with this person. So could be a creative type. They're watching you. You're watching them. They work for them. So how do you deal with that? How do you bypass them? How do you avoid the guards? How do you do it by signaling directly to this person? And then this person's going to come and pick you up. You need to bypass the guard. It could be that this is two people, like, you know, like these are two people who are in the inner circle, right? These are two people who are on the inside. There's a lot of success here and abundance. Why do you want to go in it? Why do you want to go in there? What are your motives? What are your motives, Gemini? What are your motives? Is it just curiosity? Which way? Which way? The Ace of Pentacles. And what's this one? I don't know. It's crossed. The Five of Pentacles. Because you feel out in the cold. Because you feel excluded. So you don't have any bad intentions. You feel excluded. You feel like you're missing out on an offer. You feel like you're missing out on... Is this leadership? Is this the Kadakis? Or like, which one is this? Is this the medicine staff? Or is this the one that's like the leadership or the communication one? It's like a little Cupid in there, right? Emotionally, you feel really left out. And you kind of feel like... You feel excluded. You know, this is very loving. It's like this speaks to your heart space, right? It speaks to your heart space, but you're being excluded. There's more than one heart here. There's lots of hearts. It's like... I feel like this speaks to you on an emotional level. It could be that you felt like you didn't fit in. You know, I was saying it's like all the sheep, right? You didn't fit in with them, but you're intellectually, you're on a level with this group. So it hurts your feelings to be excluded from both groups. You don't feel like you fit in here, but you don't feel like accepted here. So then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you feel like you don't have anything to offer, because this is like an offer. This is like an opportunity, an offer. You may just feel like you're not getting an offer here. The door's not opening, but I feel like you've got nothing to offer. It's like you're just there, like a little hippie in the field, looking at these people who are like successful, experienced. They really look after themselves. She gets a haircut every month, right? You've not had a haircut for ages, so your clothes aren't as fancy as her clothes. You don't have somebody to carry your bags. What can you offer? What can you offer that group? But you don't fit in where you are. And you're a bit worried about that let. What's this as well? The Fool. Do you feel foolish, or do you feel like you're ready to take a leap of faith into the unknown? That's the Page of Swords. It took me a minute because I was just working out. This is definitely the King. This is the Page of Swords. That's a spy. That's a spy. That's somebody information gathering. I mean, it could be you, right? You're information gathering. You're watching the signs. You're figuring things out. It almost feels like it's like this energy is like trying to run you out of town. They're trying to, you know, again, back to if you've ever seen that film, The Beach, with Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, they stumble into the wrong field and they get driven out, you know, or worse. So, what's that? Six of Pentacles. There's that missing puzzle piece card. I don't know, Gemini, I'm going to get you an advice card. So for the people, resonating with this reading, what's their advice, please? What's their advice? I'm getting too many broken hearts in the world. What's that? Too many broken hearts in the world. Is it Jason Donovan? There's too many dreams, something broken into. Too many broken hearts in the world. But I won't give up the fight for you. Summer and winter. Intricacies in industry. The master artisan. What time are we on? 45. What's on the underlying? The muse. Are you the muse? Why do I feel like you're the muse? Do you like if this was like the fashion world, right? She looks like she works in fashion. Like they're always looking for the creative input, right? They're always looking for the next big thing, you know, the creative ideas. And you know, if they never expand that group, then it's going to stagnate. They need new people. This could talk about new ideas as well. They need people to come in with new ideas so that things don't stagnate. So it could be that they're looking to, you know, there's an opening. They're looking to bring someone else in to get a fresh perspective. I feel like they've noticed you. I feel like they're checking you out, right? Right, Five of Forces, summer and winter. This gives me, this is like doing the hard work in the summer so that you have things to sustain you during the winter. So it's like, you know, there's a couple of things here that's like harvest time, right? It's time to reap the rewards of what you've sown, but you need to make sure that it lasts for the winter. Let's read it and see what it says. Five of Forces. I was hoping to do 20-minute readings, and this one's really long. It's because it's so intriguing to me, right? I've got that air sign brain. I've got Gemini moon, Libra Mercury, Libra Venus, Libra sun sign. So it's like, it's really, I love a good mystery. I think I've got like Scorpio Jupiter or something as well. It's like, you know, I want to solve the mysteries. What are all the signs and signals? Tell me more. The seasonal cycle card reveals how best to spend your energy at this time. The beautiful sunlit sky of summer overlooks farmers working hard on growing their crops. So funny, isn't it? The imagery, how well it's working together. Summer is a yang time of great activity. So this is your notice to get going. Action is an important part of this cycle, and it can take many forms. There may be something that you can do to accelerate your professional life. This may also be the perfect time to take steps towards your personal goals, perhaps get more exercise, plan more social events, or start a fun activity you've been wanting to do. You may also reflect on what your actions or perspective would attract a new romance or enhance your love life. This card tells you to consider what needs to be done and then go for it. This cycle is a perfect time to create a smiling, self-loving energy and project it outwards for the world to see. Also, don't be surprised if a trip is coming your way. This card implies a movement of some kind, so get ready. Okay, so it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, so here's your little homework. This is your little exercise, right? Close your eyes and with a deep breath, fill yourself with the calm and receptive energy of yin. Sense what situation in your life requires a peaceful yielding now, and then take another deep breath. Inhale the yin and then exhale the yin and inhale the yang. Feel creative and powerful yang energy fill you. Where do you want to apply speed and action most in your life right now? I'm just getting, I was tripping over my words because I was getting something. You're a muse, right? You're in this muse energy. It's like you're the ideas person. But this person over here, this Knight of Wands, is also a creative soul. This is also a creative individual. It's got this like working together. It could be that this person has been pushed out of the group, and that's why there's an opening, right? That you can come in. So this person could be a little bit hostile to you because you're the person going in when this person's gone out. I feel like you just have to be in high vibration. Keep doing what you're doing. Have that feeling of self-worth. I think you need to figure out what you bring to the table, right? You need to understand that you don't have to be this. You know, you don't have to be this because what you are is this, right? They're not looking for this. That's what they already are. That's what's, because this Three of Pentacles is like different people with different skill sets coming together to work as part of the team. They already have this. They're missing this. This person's gone, so you could come in as part of the team. Worried about that person up there. Worried about the hostilities. It's like this person could be really salty about it, right? This person could be, they could have gone on bad terms. They could be a little bit vindictive there. It's, again, it's like I wouldn't normally get that from the Knight of Wands unless it was reversed, but because of that hostilities card, there's something that's really sort of unsettling me there. I think you just need to ignore them. Be wary of them. Ignore them. And just keep doing your thing, right? Keep solving the puzzles. And don't doubt yourself. Don't miss an opportunity if it comes towards you. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At this building, at first, this building seems modest, but in time its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now piles of stone and rocks dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partly built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. I feel like this person's determining if you're straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate a building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day, and it's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. There's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that this situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. I keep getting this week. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. I keep getting this. Look. I keep getting this what's the word, this simile, this metaphor, right, of this, like somebody finding the last piece of the puzzle, the jigsaw puzzle, changing perspective. I had it as an intuitive thing last night, in the middle of the night. I've got the note, I said it in the Tell Me Anything reading at the start of the week. Rearranging the jigsaw to make a new picture. You've got all the pieces, right? Nothing wasted, nothing gained. You have everything you need. The way that people have been looking at a situation can be changed. So you can actually take all the building blocks, right? Take all the building blocks and you can change the picture. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, but the pieces can go in different slots. It's like you can actually literally change the picture. Like it's like a jigsaw puzzle, but it's got two pictures. So you can change the building blocks and create something different. You can envision, this is why they need you, right? Because they've been looking at the puzzle like this. It could be that some sort of obstacle, something that they've been looking at, but they've only got one perspective. They need your perspective because you're going to look at this puzzle and see something different. You're going to be able to put the blocks together in a different way. And there's another cornucopia look. That's why they need you. The Master Artisan, 8 of Keys. So don't feel like you're not good enough, because if they bring you in, because you've got something they need. If they bring you in, they're going to train you up, right? They're going to give you the things that you feel like you're missing. You know, they're going to take you under their wing. They're going to they're going to show you how it's done, right? They're going to give you the building blocks, right? And then you can put your own spin on something. 8 of Keys. Inside a bright and bustling artisan's workshop, apprentices are busy at their workbenches, which are arrayed in the beautiful fruits of their labours. With the beautiful fruits of their labours. Can't make it up, fruits of their labours. So it's not necessarily talking about fruits and like working as a farm. It's just a metaphor, right? It could just be whatever these people are creating, right? The master artisan pours a number of beautiful shining gems into the open hands of one of his apprentices. Hello, focus. I feel like that master artisan is that King of Cups. This card indicates that you now have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. You have to remember you've got what they need, right? They see your worth. Or they think they see your worth. They're just checking you out, right? So don't hide your light. Be yourself. Be authentic. Especially if you have very original ideas. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skill set to others. I mean, this could be this person. Like, he's like the teacher, right? You may also be demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly. Even if your gifts lie in the ability for loving, compassionate care, you will always be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. Maybe this is going to be you. Maybe this is future you, right? Because you're given these opportunities. I feel like don't say no to the opportunities. There's some kind of like confidence thing here, or like missing something, missing one of the clues. Close your eyes and feel yourself filled with all the gifts you have to share with the world. Sense those energies pour through your heart and mind and out into the people around you. Feel the ease of this sharing. You cannot be drained, for all that you give flows back to you unceasingly. To create return, do this sharing frequently. It feels like, if you haven't watched the Tell Me Anything reading, it feels very much like a similar message to what was coming through in the Tell Me Anything reading at the start of the week. So if you want to, definitely go and check that out. It does have a bit of a religious undertone to it, so just be aware of that, because I know that some people like that, some people don't, and it's a bit of a eggshelly topic, right? So just a bit of a heads up with that if you do go to choose to watch that one. I like your reading. I really want to know how this goes, and it makes sense because you kept having that thing, didn't you, where it's like two people coming together, but then it was like, what was that energy behind? And I kept saying, it's like you have to look through, there's something else, there's something higher, and it's like you've noticed it, you see the signs now, you know it's there now. Right, Gemini, I hope it was helpful to you. Leave me a like if you liked, share, subscribe, all that business. If you want to come in as a stealth watcher, I totally understand that as well. Best of luck, and I hope it was helpful to you. And I need to get you... No, I'm wrapping up and I haven't done you any songs. All right, here we go. Spotify's up and running. So for the people who are resonating with this reading, for the people who are going, oh my God, that's my story, what do they really need to hear right now? Oh, no, that song, Only Love Can Hurt Like This. Only, by Paloma Faith. Only love can hurt. Pal Faye. That's just my note. So all the songs that come through will be in the description box down below. Oh, that song hurts me to listen to it. Right, okay. For the people resonating with this reading, that's what they really need to hear. So there's something in that that's for you. So it may just be one word, a certain image if you watch the video. Whatever it is, do take that. It could be, I hate that song, in which case do a bit of time spent, spend a bit of time figuring out why. What is it that provokes you about that song? So again, the best advice you have for anyone resonating with this reading at this point in the reading, What's the best advice you have for them? Time After Time. I think that's the Cyndi Lauper song, but it's the Luke Sital-Singh version. So if you're lost and you look, I'll be waiting. Time After Time. Go and listen to those songs and watch the videos and see what you get from them. Look at the behind the lyrics. Whatever you take from it, that's for you. It's not for me to interpret that. You know, it's unique to you. I'm going to go because I'm waffling. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, Gemini.